Today I'm going to be talking about my work on hunger, malnutrition, and obesity. I was inspired to choose this topic because of my job at a healthcare center in Bergsjön, Gothenburg. I had witnessed an increased number of patients seeking help with obesity-related weight loss, where I also witnessed all of the health consequences up close, such as diabetes, heart diseases, cardiovascular diseases, and joint problems, and so on. And my observations, supported by research for this project, also confirmed that the amount of overweight people actually has increased a lot in the past years. About the same time, news about famine and humanitarian crisis kept appearing on the news from places like Gaza and Sudan and Ukraine. And this contrast is what made me want to explore this issue more. So I started doing some research, and I tried to find sources that could shed light on both the historical background and the structural causes behind them. And one of my most important sources for the background was the P3 Dystopia podcast produced by Sveriges Radio. And it's a reliable and neutral source since it's public service. The whole idea of P3 Dystopia is to discuss or examine dystopian but realistic future scenarios, such as what will happen if obesity and starvation keep rising at this pace. And the two most important episodes for my project was Svält from 2022 and Vi äter ihjäl oss from 2021, since they explain the historical and economic roots of hunger and obesity. They discussed how political and economic decisions from the Irish famine in the 1840s, colonial exploitation to modern conflicts such as the one in Sudan have created hunger. They also showed how modernization after World War II led to a global shift towards processed, convenient foods and therefore rising obesity rates. And even though the podcast is in Swedish, like I mentioned in my paper, I tried to rely on interviews with English-speaking experts such as Alex de Waal from Tufts University in Boston, who leads the World Peace Foundation, Mario Nessel, professor of food studies and public health at New York University, and Laura Smith, professor of health policy at the University of California. Moving on to questions and aim, I started my work with 4 research questions, which then became 3 and finally 2.